That's right. This was a closed-door hearing behind me at the High Court in Madrid. But we've heard from the lawyers of the parties involved, in particular from Brahim Ghali's lawyer. The lawyer said that his client had answered the questions of the public prosecutor and denied the allegations against him. They were absolutely false, said the lawyer. The lawyer said his client had showed his willingness to cooperate with justice by making that special effort, despite his weak state, to give evidence, to answer questions from the parties involved, from that hospital in Logroño where he's recovering from COVID-19. As you mentioned, the lawyer has asked for the case against his client to be dropped. We also heard from lawyers for the private prosecutions bringing these charges, saying that their clients had no links to do with Morocco. They were not politically motivated. They simply wanted answers to human rights breaches. One of the lawyers told us that her client had been a member of the Polisario front in Algeria at those camps and had begun asking questions of the leader of the Polisario front concerning the disappearance of someone at the camp, was told to be quiet and to ask no more questions. And as a result of that, she believes her client was taken and tortured. Now we know that the judge has rejected the petitions of the private prosecutors to have, for instance, the passport of Brahim Ghali withdrawn, to have him remanded in custody. The judge says that there is insufficient evidence from the witnesses to back up their claims at the moment. What the judge has ordered is for Brahim Ghali to provide a phone number and a contact address in Spain so that the Spanish judicial investigators can get in touch with him should they need it for the future investigation.
And Sarah, remind us a little of the background to this case, because Ghali's hospital treatment in Spain triggered something of a diplomatic spat with Morocco.
He certainly did. Some of these allegations go back a number of years, but had been previously archived by the judge for insufficient evidence, all because Ghali was not in Spain. Now, Ghali came to Spain and was revealed in the press to be under a false name, having checked in to a hospital in northern Spain in Logroño, and that essentially reopened the investigation and the charges against him. That led to a diplomatic spat between Morocco and Spain. Morocco has accepted that it did loosen its borders for about 48 hours at Ceuta, which is the Spanish-owned city in northern Africa. And basically, through the Moroccan border came as many as 10,000 migrants without papers, causing a problem for the police, leading the Spanish government to send the army in to reinforce that border. Most of those migrants have been returned, have been accepted back from Morocco, but there are still potentially up to 1,000 adults and 1,000 children still in Ceuta. And the spat between Morocco and Spain continues, with Morocco saying that Spain should do more to accept, as it sees it, that Western Sahara belongs to Morocco. And Spain saying that that is unacceptable, that they opened up that border through disagreements over foreign policy. This court case at the moment is on ice by the looks of things through a lack of evidence at the moment. We'll have to see how Morocco reacts to that.
All right.